taking y'all with me on this little journey. This here little ice cream store, and they made the movie Abduction up in the same area, and the river is off to my left, but they changed the name of this ice cream store when they made the movie. But that's the name of it right there, Big Twist. Yep, but they changed the name for the movie, but the real name is Big Twist. I love their fake artificial palm trees. Pretty cool. I love it. Nice little ice cream shop, friendly service, and this is a nice neighborhood. Absolutely. Stay with me. Hey YouTube, you already know who it is. Your boy Trey 57 Productions. Get with her to get left behind, and follow me. So this is something that I do, and a lot of people do not agree with it, or it's not okay with them. But for me, this gives me peace. And we are at a cemetery where my grandparents are laid to rest, and this is what I'm going to do. So follow me. Come closer. I want them to see this. This here, everybody, this is my grandfather. A lot of y'all seen this in early times, but this is my grandfather, Doc Sutton, born 1921, passed away in 82. I have a lot of memories of my grandfather. I was really little when my grandfather had passed away. He pretty much gave me and my brother all the things that we could ever want. Um, he didn't give us things because we wanted them. He gave us things to put smiles on our face. Kids on the corner would have pedal bikes, big wheels, and stupid stuff like that that doesn't mean nothing. But my grandfather would see that all the other kids on the corner would have them, and we didn't because my father would be going to work to put food on the table, put a roof over our head. So my grandfather said, these are my grandboys. I got to get them something. And let me tell y'all something this man has said to me and my brother when we was little. And I don't know if a lot of y'all remember the Dukes of Hazzard, Bo and Luke. They was called the Ghetto Boys. And I never understood what my grandmother was calling us. They both said, these are the Ghetto Boys. Then I realized the Ghetto Boys were bad. They weren't violently bad, but they were just always into something. And that's exactly what my grandfather had said. These boys is always into something. And what we were into was like playing outside, tearing up stuff. We in the mud, making mud balls, rolling tires down the hillside, and making sure they crossed the highway. We were some wild boys. But I had a beautiful childhood growing up. The memories I had of my grandfather, he had a house built. Well, he didn't have it built, but he had a house bought for his wife, which is my grandmother. We're going to go see her soon. And my grandfather, he had worked in Clairton Steel Mill. He had put some years in that mill, and that mill messed up his health. But he did it for his family. I got a beautiful family, and I'm sure all of y'all do, but this is something that I do. I love my grandfather. I love my grandmother. We're going to take a walk over here and see my grandmother soon. But I just want y'all to know that this is my grandfather. He is an awesome man. I miss him so much. And I wish he was here, just to see how the family is doing. And let me tell y'all something. We here on borrowed time. Use your time wisely. One day, this body that we all in is going to be right here. It doesn't end here. It doesn't end here, y'all. That thing they taught y'all, death does not exist. Death was made up. Death was a word that man had made up, but the soul lives on. We never die, y'all. We just keep going. We keep going. So with that being said, I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all, and I'll see y'all when I get to my grandmother's. Everybody. Now, I told you I was going over to visit my grandparents, and take my word for it, they are right across from each other. They couldn't be put next to each other because, I mean, Round Hill Cemetery, there's lots just right next to each other. So, and they passed away at different times. Obviously, you know that. So, they're still close by. So the family managed to keep them at least close. That way, family members can find them. So we are at my grandmother Clarice McClanahan Sutton's burial site. My grandmother, now she was born in 33 and she passed away in 1993. 1993 was an exciting year for me. I was wild, but I was still a good man growing up. This woman here was everything to me. She was a mother to me and my brother. Um, she got a lot of beautiful grandkids. My brother and I, we are two of the oldest grandboys, and I just want to say that life was amazing growing up with my grandmother. Like my grandfather, she gave us everything that we could ever want and all the things that we could need, but most of all, she gave us love, and I really miss her. There's times I break down, nobody sees it. I miss her, when things aren't going my way. Um, and I just break down and I cry, and I wish she was here because, as well as y'all, if y'all, you got grandparents, you just know that just having a grandparent around, they just make everything okay. So I'm gonna have a conversation with my grandmother, and y'all can listen in. Grandma, I miss you. I wish you was here to help me get through my lonely nights and just my nights of struggle. Um, I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can do. I just want to say I love you and I miss you. There's a lot of things in life that I want. There's a lot of things that I need. But, everything happens for a reason. And I just want to say I wake up for work every day. I do have a passion that I'm pursuing, and it's working out slow, but it's still moving. Um, I know you hear my cries and dreams about owning a pickup truck one day. I guess one day it'll come if it's meant to be. But until then, I'm gonna just keep doing what I do. Is I just keep living because I can't give up. I remember you saying something years ago when I used to cut your grass with a weed whacker. To never give up, never throw the towel in. Back in the day, I never understood what never give up and don't throw the towel in meant. And a lot of people might look at me and say, well, what do you mean you don't know what that means? Once again, I was young, wild, and free. I was just running with the rest of them. But I will say that there are things that you taught me when I was young that most people didn't have the opportunity to have somebody teach them things. And those little things that you taught me, they stuck with me. That's why I'm still here until this day. You did tell me that family need to stick together. The family is doing the best that they can. A lot of us get mad, angry at each other, saying that we don't care about one another when we do care about one another. But we all have our own little personal families that we are trying to take care of. So when we do manage to get together, we do. It's not like it was when you was here and you and Granddad was here, but when you was here, you were the rock of the family. You were the rock of the family. And they say when the rocks of the family fade, the families fade. Unless somebody in there with some smarts and some love can make everybody stay together. And I'm not the best in the family, but I do manage to keep in touch with some of the younger cousins and try to keep us all close. But once again, we got our own thing. I love everybody. I wish I could see them all like I want to, but I don't. I don't even pass through the city I grew up in as much, even though my family is still there. Family there. I don't pass through as much. The city we grew up in, I'm sure you already know, maybe you don't know, it has changed, and it didn't change for the better. There is a change coming, and I pray that change is good. There's a lot of evil going on in the world right now. People hate each other, people killing each other. People just don't even want to see the next man or woman get ahead in life, and that is not the way the world is supposed to work. When I was young, you just, like I said, you made us think that everything was okay. And then when you pass, I'm really starting to see the light. Um, you can't save people that don't want to be saved. And, you know, no matter what I'm going through, I still manage somehow to smile. Somehow I manage to smile, but guess what? I got some angels that stepped into my life, Grandma. But I gotta show them love back as well. It can't be just one way. It can't just come my way. I gotta show love back as well. Um, I get kind of teary. The only time I get teary is when I'm talking to you, talking about you, thinking about you, and the same go with Granddad. Um, that's the only time I cry. Um, a lot of loved ones passed away. I didn't shed no tears. I prayed for no tears. And I don't have tears anymore, but I do hurt inside. I'm strong because I prayed for strength. Um, I pray that one day the family gets up out the spot that we're all in and get where we want to be and need to be. But you can't have everything you want in life. You got to take it how it come and roll with the punches. And that's what I do. And I just want to say I love you. I'm going to get out of here and see you when I get there. Love you.